Hey everyone, this is Isaac. Today we're going to be looking at how to install a zipper onto a piece of fabric. Also, we have a pair of scissors, a Sharpie for marking and cutting, and then we're going to be using some Hybrid D300 today. The first thing you want to do is size your zipper to the piece of fabric that you have. So in this case, we have about a 14-inch piece of fabric, and I cut this zipper to be about 15 inches, giving me roughly a half inch on either side of an overhang. So typically what I like to do is mark one side of your zipper tape so that you can match up those sides of the zipper later. And then I also like to fold the zipper tape in half, mark the center, and then do the same for your fabric. Now that we've marked our zipper tape, we are just going to pull that apart and separate the zipper. We are going to line up the center mark on the zipper tape with the center mark on your fabric. And then you also want to make sure that the right side of your zipper is facing the right side of your fabric. So we're going to put the side with the teeth showing on top of the right side of the fabric. Now that we have our zipper tape aligned on our fabric, we are going to head to our machine and place it underneath your presser foot. I typically like to place my needle to the furthest left position, but if your machine doesn't have an adjustable needle position, then you can use a zipper foot or however you'd like to do that. Now that we have sewn down our zipper tape, we are going to fold that over and then head back to our machine and do one more row of top stitching. Make sure you set your needle position back to the center. I typically like to keep this row of top stitching as close to the edge of the fabric as possible. Now that we have finished our row of top stitching on this first zipper, we're going to flip it over and do the exact same thing on the other side. We are going to match up our zipper tape with the center marks and then make sure you leave an overhang on both sides. And then do one row of stitching, flip it over, and do one more row of top stitching. Now that you have finished your top stitching on both sides of your zippers, we're going to go ahead and put our slider on. So what you want to do is flip your project over and line up both of your zipper tapes, and you're just going to take your slider and try and get your zipper tape as even as possible, and you're just going to feed it onto that zipper. And the trick here is holding both sides of the zipper tape even, and then pushing that slider on so that you have both sides of that zipper tape even. So a little pro tip, I like to use a little bit of grosgrain or 1-inch webbing to create a pull tab on the end of my zippers. Once this is sewn, this tab would be right here on the side, and it would just help you to pull on your zipper. So now that I have flipped out this pouch so the inside is out, I also have a 4-inch piece of 5/8 inch grosgrain right here, and what I'm going to do is just stick that onto the inside facing my zipper, and then I'm going to put my row of stitching right on top of that. Even if you decide to not use a zipper tab, you're still going to put a seam right at the edge of this product. Another important thing to note is on the side that your zipper slider is. Sometimes it's helpful to back that zipper slider up a little bit just so that you can make sure that your zipper tape is right next to one another as you're sewing that down. Alright, now that our zipper is finished, we're going to go ahead and flip this inside out and have a look. Alright, everything looks good, and what I usually do to finish up my products is to trim the inside of your zipper tape, being careful not to cut your fabric, and then burn the edges. Now that we have those zipper tape ends trimmed, we are finished. If you like this content and you'd like to see more like it, you can check out our social media outlets at Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you'd like to get these materials and make this project of your own, you can check out our website and then ask any questions about any other MYOG projects that you might have. Thanks for watching.